A web search in Google for web design, Royal Oak, Michigan, turns up some local results. Now, it doesn't always turn up local results because web design isn't always considered local intent, but because I added that Royal Oak, Michigan on there, gave me local results here, and there's something striking about these results, which is that two of the top ranking results have stars showing in their listing, and the rest of them don't. And if I actually go to Google Maps on another tab here and let these maps show up, you'll see the same thing in the actual maps results. You're also seeing stars on a few of these, on maybe two of them, and the rest no stars at all. And I took that top one, Trademark Productions, and I searched that specifically in Google to see how it looks in the knowledge graph, the information that comes up on the side here. And the same thing, you see stars showing up here in the knowledge graph, which is just nice. Now, especially when we're talking local results in the Google web search, but also when it's showing up on the knowledge graph, and also when it's showing up in the maps results, those stars give you some good visibility and are likely to increase the click-through rate onto your listing if you can get some stars showing. And I used this web design Royal Oak as an example because I am in web design. I do web design, and when I looked myself up here, now I don't do a ton of SEO, neither local SEO nor organic SEO, but I do use my own listing as an example quite often because it's easy for me to make edits and see what changes. So when I look at my own listing in the knowledge graph, I do not have any stars. And I don't show up, no stars show up in other ways that my listing is listed as well, and I want to change that. And the big difference between my listing and the one that has stars showing up, as well as the listings that show up in the rest of this for the search, the ones with stars, the ones without, is the ones with stars have lots of reviews. I have 3 reviews on my listing right now, and I'm going to increase that to 5. 5 is the minimum number for stars to start showing up, both in the listing when it shows up in the local results for a web search, also in the knowledge graph and on maps, etc. Those stars start showing up once you have 5 reviews. So I'm going to show you the difference when you go ahead and do that. I'm going to get 2 more people to leave reviews for me. I think I have 3 reviews, and then I'm going to work to get Google to notice that I have more reviews and to start showing stars in my results. It's been 2 days since I recorded the first part of this video, and I went ahead and got 2 more reviews. I had 2 clients who I knew, I was almost sure they would leave me a review. I knew they had recommended me to other people. They had commented. I knew they had already commented to other people before about my work and about working with me, but never on Google. So I was almost positive that they would both leave reviews. So I just emailed both of those people, and they gave me reviews right away. So possibly the same day, 2 days ago, possibly the same day that I requested it, or maybe yesterday. In any case, yesterday when I looked and I had 5 reviews, then no stars were showing up. But now the next day, so 2 days after I had gotten those reviews, I've got the stars showing up here in my listing when I do a brand search, and also here on the right-hand side in the knowledge graph. So that was easy enough. I was actually expecting that possibly I wouldn't get stars showing up right away. I've heard people say that they got 5 reviews, but still they're not getting those stars showing up immediately. And one thing that I've heard possible, if you have issues with getting the stars to show up when you've gotten 5 reviews, one possible thing to do is to make a very minor edit to your Google local page. So just log in and make just a slight change to something as a way to kind of, ping Google to let them know that some change has been made so that they would maybe catch up on that and notice that I'm not saying Google manually notices this, but sort of to get their algorithm to go back through and notice that you've got more reviews as well. I think the only other thing to mention is that all of my reviews have been legitimate reviews, and probably obviously so. The 2 latest reviews that I got were both from people who had a Google account already, and were at least partially active on that Google Plus account, and so that could also have given a lot of trust to those reviews when they came in. I'm not sure about that. The other thing to mention about this that you'll notice is interesting is that I have a 4.8 star ranking, star rating. Now, if you go through, you'll see that everyone has rated me 5 stars. They've only been people from whom I've requested reviews, and I only requested reviews from people who I knew were really happy. So it's kind of a weird thing that I had a 4.8 star rating there. And I haven't tested this myself, but I've also heard that if you get 10 5-star, 10 plus 5-star ratings, this appearance right here bumps up to 5. If you have 5, you get stars appearing, and if they're all 5-star ratings, you get a 4.8 star rating appearing in the local results for web search or in the knowledge panel or here in this mixed listing here that shows up for my brand search. So I've got 4.8 stars showing there. If I wanted to get 5 more 5-star reviews, it's possible I could bump that up to 5. Like I said, I haven't tested that, but that is what I've heard. So definitely the first thing to do is make sure that you get 5 Google reviews and talk to people who are really happy with your business or your client's business to make sure that they're all 5-star reviews so that you can start getting some stars showing up and increase your click-through rate.